Welcome to Human Design Powered Business. I'm Victoria Gibson, and every week I am sharing how you can harness your human design to unlock more flow, leverage, and opportunity within your business. So let's dive in. Let's face it, there's plenty of offers out there in the market, new and old, that are tanking. They're not selling the way that they used to, and they're not finding their place in the market or generating the buzz, the engagement, and the desire that once was a lot easier to create. You could just follow a formula, especially if it was someone else's that had worked. And if you were diligent about it, generally it would still work, especially if you put things like paid lead generation around it and had high converting funnels. Could definitely make offers work. But in this market where there's less attention, where there's less engagement, where there's more competition and more saturation, it's much, much harder to make your offers work. And it's even harder when you are not loving your own offer. Now, I'm not talking about not loving your offer because it's not selling. I'm talking about knowing in your heart of hearts that you do not like your offer, that you are sick of your offer. You're sick of the sacrifice. You feel it's not as relevant. It hasn't evolved with the market. Maybe you're resenting the kind of clients that it's calling in and it feels like it's draining you. Maybe you don't have the right team or support, or maybe you need too much of a team to deliver your offer and you're resenting that. Perhaps you've seen your marketing costs skyrocket, particularly with ads over time, and that's feeling tighter than ever before. And all of these signs can be a sign that your offer isn't in the right frequency. And when I talk about frequency, I talk about the energy that is coming from you and your offers to connect with the energy of calling in the right kind of clients who are a perfect fit for your offer and are going to get a great transformation that you're going to enjoy working with, and that is going to fuel your business and your energy. So if your offer is not in a high frequency, then you'll find that you're creating a lot of content. It's not leading to sales. You'll find that you're working a lot harder, but it's not translating to any upside. And this is where I'm seeing some clients sit when they haven't adjusted their offer for some time. That they're feeling burnt out and they haven't got the energy to evolve their offer, and they're getting more and more resentful that their offer's not working anymore, especially when it's been highly successful in the past. So what causes the frequency of an offer to drop, or causes the frequency of an offer just not to be high enough? Well, it's about resonance, right? It's about having your brand, your message, your value, and you resonate with your audience. And blocks to this can be you feeling drained by your offer, you feeling drained by your audience, or you feeling drained by your business overall. And the second reason can be a lack of connection, particularly the connection runway that's required before you sell an offer, so that you can establish the connection and the trust and the opportunity, and to build that desire within the market so that you don't have to convince your audience to buy. If you get stuck in convincing mode, then your launches are going to underperform. Your sales are going to be dropping at a rate of knots, and you are going to really find you need to market a whole lot harder, and it's going to cost a lot more, and it's going to be way less effective. The other issue is not enough conviction in your own offer. Particularly this shows up when you are out of alignment with what your offer is, what you're delivering, all of those elements, and maybe your audience too. You're not showing up with the conviction that is engendering trust and creating that bond that is necessary with your audience for them to dive in and work with you. The other issue is that you might be showing up like everyone else. You're not showing up with distinctive and powerful solutions and value that move the needle. So signs that you might be stuck in a low frequency vibe with your offers:
are that they're feeling really complex and a bit too complicated. There's a few too many parts and pieces, and it's getting harder for your clients and customers to get the results that you promise, that you are overgiving or feel like, you're putting in a lot of energy for little reward, that it's hard to delineate what makes them different. They feel very generic and they are feeling it's a bit outdated for the current market, and that you're not even sure whether some of your offers are going to create the value that they have in the past, particularly if you've got like a weight loss offer and you're trying to espouse a certain way of eating that's going to take some time to change habits and are going to take some sacrifice, when they can go down to the pharmacy and get a packet of Manjaro and lose 40 pounds in a matter of 6 months. It's very difficult to stack that up if you haven't evolved your offer. Even in online marketing, it's not as easy to just get out there and create a digital course and sell it when you don't have an audience, when you don't have trust, when you don't have a brand, when you don't have awareness and experience and results. And if you're a business coach and you're just trying to share one result that perhaps isn't working as well for your audience, then that can be difficult. We can get out of integrity quickly. And without integrity, we can't be beaming out the high frequency that an offer brings. So how do we get back in integrity? Well, integrity comes from strengthening the offer in relation to who you are. You're the person sharing the offer. So the offer needs to be in alignment with who you are. The best way, obviously, to do that is to uncover your business success codes that are by your human design, and in particular, your profit code. This is really where we create the essence of your offer and make sure that we have got it in integrity with who you are, the value that you're here to share, and the transformation that calls in your perfect audience and gets them a great result. This ends needing to convince the lack of connection. It also allows you to stand out in the crowd because you will have your unique perspective, your unique energy that you're sharing, your thoughts, and your value that you're putting out in the market that just can't be replicated, okay? And people are wanting to connect with people. Brands are more compelling when they are more human. Even in one of my clients who was having one of their big launches this week, the ads that were working better were less branding, more hooks and more personal kind of videos. So even taking your reels and using those as ads rather than perfected kind of images. People were engaging with those way more. That is also because Facebook reward reels and videos and know that people interact with those way more than they do with regular posts. So they want to show more of those ads, and the ads are way, way, way cheaper. Having that flywheel where you've got content happening, but you've also got paid advertising and people are getting a sense of who you are, what you stand for, the conviction that you have for your solution, and the distinction that you have in the market. Now, those things can be set up the right way. You could have the best funnel, but if your heart's not in your offer anymore, if you don't really believe in your offer anymore because it does need an evolution with the changing market, or you're sick of the clients or the sacrifice that it takes to launch or deliver, then this is going to cause a major roadblock, and you'll start to see even bigger problems than just marketing costs hiking and feeling the energetic drain. You'll start to feel like your business is actually under threat. So if you're really feeling in that low vibe stagnation and you want to move your offer to become more magnetic and experience the effortless growth that happens when people are coming to you for your offer, then you want to make sure that your offer is in its highest frequency, that it emanates your highest potential and purpose, and it breaks through the noise without over-efforting. So what makes your offer low frequency? Well, it's stuck in the old paradigms, it's overly complex, it's overgiving, and too generic. Your audience needs convincing to buy, there's a lack of desire, and not obvious credibility and results that you're sharing either. In this new era online where we're seeing more saturated markets, more educated prospects, and way more fragmentation with a lot of AI generated content, a lot of competition, then low frequency offers are basically going to fail because they don't evolve. You end up on the content hamster wheel, posting constantly to show up, but it drains you and it doesn't convert. You waste marketing spend on launches that miss the mark. All of this is not fun, and it is a massive energy drain. But your high frequency offer is an amazing solution where you leverage your human design to show up like nobody else, attract clients magnetically without all the grind and overthinking, and you have that high vibe offer that's aligned with your purpose. It's got lots of profit and it actually feels peaceful. It allows you to pivot from what you were doing that was draining you and start stepping into more peaceful prosperity. These offers break through blindness by being authentic and innovative. They eliminate boredom with your unique expression. And they have some key elements. And if you know me already, you've been listening to the podcast, you know I love an alliteration with my success codes that all start with P. Well, I wanted to think about the elements of your high frequency offer, and these all start with F. And it does start with that frequency. Your offer needs to fit to your frequency. It needs to be sharing what you're energized by, what you believe in, what you're convicted about, and it is shaped by your strength and the work that you do. You must activate creative self-expression in order to cut through all the noise and call in more premium clients. And it really allows you to show up like nobody else. The next F is about fellowship. And this isn't some kind of Christian ideal. Fellowship is about having shared ideals, commonality and interest, and a coming together. When you can create that fellowship, even if it's just virtual, you don't have to go and do a million things in person or live. But when you're building fellowship through your content, you're creating an amazing foundation for people to receive your frequency. You want to have another F. This one's really important. You want it to be fun, right? Nobody at the moment, when they're feeling, drained or overwhelmed with life and everything that's happening within the world, do they want to do they want to be made to feel more pressure or feel worse than they already do? They want to have a sense of fun, and you want to have a sense of fun in how you deliver your offer. When you know that your offer can only get better the more people who join it, or that you can feel great no matter how many people are in your offer, then you're not going to have that resistance to scaling it. And you're going to step into the next F, which is flow, where it just makes sense that you're out there giving value, you're expressing yourself in your paid offerings, but also within your content, also within your marketing, okay? And then that all flows together so that people get a sense of your frequency, whether they buy from you or not, and you can't help but start to make an impact. This leads to another important F, freedom. We want the freedom to have a business that supports us, and our clients want the freedom from the roadblock, issue that you're helping them transform, the problem that you're helping them solve, the experience that you're guiding them through. You can put a bit of this F in ethically, can't even speak now, ethically, which is FOMO. You've got to give people a reason to buy and a reason to buy now so that they're not only feeling compelled towards your offer, but they're compelled to make a decision. And then you want to make it fail-safe. You want to make them have the ability to succeed at every turn. Even just talking those Fs through, the frequency, fellowship, fun, flow, freedom, fail-safe, it already raises the frequency of the conversation about offers. We move away from pops and fear, and I don't have another F, but this is what's going to turn around your results. It's what's going to give you so much more energy within your business without all the efforting. This is at the heart of what isn't working for a lot of women entrepreneurs. So I want to invite you to think about your offer and the frequency of your offer. If you'd like to book a session with me to have an offer audit and have a look at the frequency of your offer, then please do it, and we can have a quick call where I can take a look at what you've got, what's working, what's not, and what you might need to piece together to get it back in flow. And I want to see you beaming out your beautiful value, your essence from a different frequency so that you can stop getting dragged down by underperforming offers that just haven't been architected the right way for you. And this can be something that's very hard to do on your own. So that's why I'm offering a free offer audit, because it's hard to do on your own. It's hard to see the label from inside the bottle. It's like trying to see your bum when you're trying on jeans in the change room. You cannot really see the back of you. Like, trust me, my bum is always like giving me worries because it is on the ample side. And when I go to put jeans on and try on jeans or pants, I can't see what my bum looks like from the back, even with some of those great mirrors in Lululemon. So that's the same for you and your offers. You want to have another perspective, have an objective idea of what's happening, especially through the lens of your design is really, really useful. And the other element is not understanding the current market. I'm working in the market. I'm in people's offers week in, week out. I am guiding spend and lead generation campaigns to guide audiences to offers, and understanding which offers are working and which aren't, and why is one of my specialties. So having the lens of that coupled with my human design insights makes it very powerful to increase the frequency of your offer, your message, and your results. So just head to victoriagibson.com/audit and enter in a couple of details so I can make sure that I can help you, and we can tee up a time to jump on a phone call or a Zoom, whatever works. So we can dive in and understand what is not working about your current offer and how you can fix it for getting back in flow and having some more fun. And I can't wait to talk to you on the next episode.
Hey, I've got a free energy guide for you on my website at victoriagibson.com. Head over there and uncover more about how the energy centers in your human design dictate how you influence others and how you're also influenced to make decisions and make the choices that can make or break your business. Head to victoriagibson.com and grab your free copy.